Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. CFL week number 4. Alright, so week 3, struggled a little bit. 2-2 in straight up picks, 2-2 against the spread, 2-2 in the over-under. Year to date, 10-2 on the straight up picks, 8-4 against the spread, 7-5 on the over-under. That's 25-11, 69.4%. Very happy with that. Last week I was at 79%. Can't do that all year. 60% is the goal. So we're at 69 right now, which is awesome. Alright, we have 3 games this week. So we're going to get started here. First game, we have the 0-3 Edmonton Elks versus the 0-2 Ottawa Redblacks. Somebody's going to leave here with a win. Oh God, unless we tie. Can we have a tie? We could. That would be bad. Alright, the Elks have scored 44 points in 3 games. That's 14.6 a game. Well, giving up almost double that. They give up 82. That's 27.3 a game. While the Redblacks have scored 13.5 a game, giving up 22.5. Now, on week 1, I had done the over/under on wins. Edmonton was 6.5. I said the under. We're at none right now. With Ottawa, the number was 7.5. I also did the under. We're at none right now. In week 3, so last week, Taylor Canorius, 14 for 18, 135, and 1 touchdown. And then Jared Doji was 9 for 11, an interception, 163 with 2 touchdowns. For the Ottawa Redblacks, week 2, Nick Arbuckle was 12 for 21 and 1 interception, 93 yards, while Tyree Adams was 9 for 16, an interception, and 122 yards. Ottawa is favored by 3.5. I went ahead and did. The defense is a little better in Ottawa, giving up 22.5 a game versus 27.3 a game. But the offense is down a little bit. Alright, got Ottawa winning, covering the 3.5, and I am taking under on the 42.5. Alright, next up we have the 2-1 Winnipeg Blue Bombers versus the 2-0 Montreal Alouettes. Blue Bombers are scoring 31 points a game on average, giving up 29.3. Yeah, as much as they've scored, they've given up almost as much, which puts you in a gunfight, and you lost one already. You may lose more than that. The over/under on wins this year was 12.5. I went ahead and did the over. I got 2 right ready. We'll see how we go with that. Montreal, 28.5 points a game in the 2 games they played. They've scored, well, given up 24 points total. That's 12 points a game. The over and under was 7.5. I went over on wins. They're at 2. So if I'm thinking 8 and they're at 2, Zach Cornelius, 15 for 26, an interception, 191, and Drew Brown, 4 for 7, 23 yards. For Montreal, Cody Fajardo, 19 for 25, 292, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That is a sweet little game for him last week. Winnipeg is favored by 5.5 here. I'm actually leaning toward Montreal. I even wrote down Montreal, so I'm giving Montreal the 5.5. So I got Montreal plus 5.5 and under on the 48.5. I just have a feeling, as good as that game that Cody Fajardo played last week, the interceptions that Collar's had, I think those kind of plays, it's going to be that close. I'm going to Montreal. Montreal plus 5.5 and under on the 48.5. And then our third game this week, only 3 games this week, the 3-0 BC Lions. Who had that? Seriously, who had that? I know their over/under on wins was 9.5. I did say over, but they're going to do them all in a row. They're going against the 2-0 Toronto Argonauts. We all kind of knew Toronto was going to be right there, defending Grey Cup champions. Their over and under was 9.5. Of course, I went over on that. We may have that in the first 10 games. Scoring 37.5 points a game on average, giving up 22.5. While the Lions are scoring 25 and giving up 7. 3 games, 21 points is all that Lions defense is giving up. Very stringent. Vernon Adams Jr., 20 for 29, 237, 2 touchdowns. Great game for him. Chad Kelly had a good game, 13 for 23, and 2 interceptions, 264 yards, and a touchdown. BC is actually favored by 2.5. Oh, goodness. I like the defense, BC, but I like like the Argonauts though. Gosh, Chad Kelly. Yeah, he had a bad game last week. 2 touchdowns. You know what? Normally I don't do this. Changing this bad boy on the fly. We're gonna mark out what I thought. The line is BC 2.5. I am picking BC to win. Cover the 2.5. Over on the 47.5. So I had Toronto. I'm marking that off and going with BC. So we got Edmonton and Ottawa. Ottawa winning, covering the 3.5, under on the 42.5. Montreal winning, plus 5.5, under on the 48.5. And then the BC Lions, minus 2.5, winning, covering, over on the 47.5. That is week 4. We are again 10-2 on straight up picks of the year, 8-4 against the spread, 7-5 on the over/under. Make sure you check out USFL Championship Preview. That is up. And if you're a NASCAR fan, NASCAR's first ever street race in Chicago this Sunday. Saturday for the Xfinity Series, Sunday for the Cup Series. Those previews will be up soon. Check those out if you're a NASCAR fan at all. Pro wrestling fan, Oodles of Game Changer Wrestling. We got WWE Money in the Bank this weekend. That review will be up. Lots going on here in Robert Sports Show. Make sure you check it all out. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content. We are two months away from NCAA college football.